Hello and welcome all my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are good, you all are fine, fit and enjoying your online classes regularly. My dear little champs, I hope that you all are watching the videos regularly and also discussing what is going on in the lecture in all the subjects with your friends. I know that when you were there in the school, you used to discuss with your friends what is going on in the lecture, which teacher taught which thing if any friend is absent. Similarly, I also feel that sometimes if you are unable to watch the video lectures, you should call up your friends, you should ask them, you should watch the video again from the YouTube. There are many options, many positive points now. First, if you are absent, teachers used to just solve your doubt. But now if you are absent, you can watch the video whenever you want with just one click on the link. So I hope you will not miss any video henceforth. Anyways, I welcome all dear second standard little champs once again in the grammar lecture. So my dear students, what have we done in the previous lecture? Do you remember? In the previous grammar lecture, we had started chapter number 9. So 9th chapter we started, and which was present continuous tense. You learnt about the present tense and past tense with a simple category, but in the previous lecture you learnt present continuous tense. So along with that, we even discussed about the tricks, the formulas it had. When do we use is, when do we use am, when do we use are. So these are the things we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now let us see what are we going to do today. So today we are going to again discuss chapter number 9, present continuous tense, and then we are going to start chapter number 10, all new chapter, which is past continuous tense, again which is very simple. So this is possible only if you have watched the video lecture of simple present and simple past, and that is the only reason why I always insist you to watch the lecture in the sequence we are uploading, so that we can build up your base and then we can just put the knowledge in you. If the base is weak, you will not be able to take any kind of knowledge even if it is there on your doorstep. Anyways, so let's get started. So I'll give you time to take out your rough book and textbook. Please take out your rough book and textbook, and I'll wait for a while so that you will get ready with both the books, also pencil, rubber, sharpener, your water bottle, whatever things you need for this half an hour, keep it ready. And one more thing, I even give you liberty to eat and study in my online lectures. You can just munch the chocolate, you can munch the food you want. Make sure it should be healthy, so that you will be having the great time just watching this lecture. You will be able to enjoy and understand. So I hope you are getting ready with your rough notebook and textbook. I'll wait for a few more seconds and then display the textbook here on the screen. Okay my dear students, I hope that now you are ready with your books. Now I'm going to display the textbook on the screen. Have a look. If you don't have the textbook, you don't have to worry about that. You have to just sit and wait for the textbook on the screen. So my dear little champs, if you remember, this is the chapter we started in the previous lecture, present continuous tense, in which we even solved the warm-up exercise. Not only that, but also I explained you what is present continuous tense, the action which is happening in present and which is continuously happening. So the action which is happening now is called present continuous tense. We also saw the example, understood that, and then we saw this table in which we learnt that am helping verb is always used when there is I. are helping verb is always used when there are plural, when there is more than one person, and is helping verb is always used when there is singular person in the beginning. Now whether it is he, she or it used or anyone's name. Yes, but here with I and you there is one complexity which you need to understand. See, I is singular. I means one only. I am eating. So who is eating? Rohan sir is eating. Rohan sir is one. So I is one, still we use am, not is. That is one exception. Moreover, you. Now you can be singular or it can be plural. That means you can point to any one person or you can point to many persons at a time, but in English only you is used, even for the singular or for the plural, for both the things. So that is also an exception, but always with the you, are is used. That is what you have to keep it in your mind, and that will only happen when you will practice it well. You are standing, you are eating chocolates, you are eating pizza now. So this is what you need to practice again and again, only then will you be able to keep it in your mind. And then we saw that many verbs does not just become in the continuous form by adding ing. We need to replace in the few words. And then we started solving this exercise. Only one exercise is there in this chapter, so no exercise number is given. So we solved this page totally till sentence H. So this was the pre-cap I gave you for the previous lecture. What have we done? Now I hope you all are ready with page number 34, which is the next page of the same exercise. What do we have to do? We have to do the same thing. We have to use am, is or are, any one, and then add ing with the verb to make it into present continuous form. I hope you all are ready with your pencils and the textbook in your hand. If not textbook, at least in your rough book in your hand. See, if you are writing the answers in the rough notebook, please make sure you mention every single detail, that is subject, grammar, chapter 9 and then the exercise. So these things should be written if you are solving it in your rough notebook. If in the textbook, then there is no question arising for what heading you will have to write. So this is the next page and the last page, I should say, of this chapter number 9 exercise. Let's get started. Let us solve these exercise and then so we can jump on to the next chapter, chapter number 10. Now your attention should be here on the screen. Sentence I. The children dashed a song. Now sing. Children, that means obviously not one, many. And if you can see the picture here of the children, so how can you use the helping verb here? The children is singing a song? No. Children, that means plural, like I said. So is used for the singular, not plural. Now can you use children am singing? Obviously not. So the remaining option is children are singing. And you know, to make this sing continuous form, you use ing. So sing becomes singing. Children are singing. So let us write the answer. I hope that you too are writing the answer in your books. So children are, so let's make it small. Children are singing. So just write singing after are. Children are singing a song. Now I hope you remember, we have to choose one helping verb and then we have to put ing behind the verb given in the bracket. Sometimes also we have to change one or two alphabets from the verb already given. Next is the teachers dashed a meeting. So my dear students, what will you do? Now teachers, again, teachers means more than one. Teacher is not written, teachers. So plural form is given. Can you say teachers am having a meeting? No. teachers is having? Obviously not. Whenever it is plural, you have to first give the preference to are. The teachers are, have will become having. So let me write the answer and then again I will explain it to you. So first of all, the helping verb will be are here. Have will become having. So here if you notice one thing, HAVE, we removed E and we replaced E with ING. So it becomes having. So teachers are having a meeting. Correct? Sentence K. I dashed outside the house. Verb is walk. Obviously by adding ing simply it will become walking. I walking outside the house? Oh no, that is not possible. Can you say I are walking? No, that also is not appropriate here. So can you say I am walking outside the house? Yes, that definitely suits here, and always with I we will use am. So I am and walk will become walking. I hope students you too are writing the answers in your books. Please make sure those who are writing in the rough notebook write the answer, number and alphabets properly. Answer I, answer J, answer K, so that once you will get your textbook, you will be able to copy down the answers in your textbook from your rough notebook if you have done the work neatly. Okay, next is Dad dashed in the garden. Now here the verb is jog. So Dad jogging in the garden. Okay, jogging is right. For jog, continuous form will become jogging. But what about the helping verb? Let me first write the correct continuous verb. Jog will become jogging. So here we will have to add one more G. J-O-G will become J-O-double-G and then I-N-G. But what about the helping verb? Dad jogging in the garden? No. Dad is jogging in the garden? Yes. Dad is one. So here is will come for the singular noun. Dad is jogging in the garden. Very well, fantastic. I hope that you too are understanding now gradually, and once you will practice, once I will bring again the different worksheet lectures, you will be able to enjoy it for sure. Let us solve the last three and then jump on to the next chapter. I hope that you also are writing the answers and you also are guessing the answers. Few students have sent me the textbook photos with the answers. So they have already watched my lectures and they are trying to solve it on their own. So I really appreciate those students. Anyways, let us solve the next one. Sentence M. The clown dashed on his hands. Stand will become standing. Okay, so let us write that much answer first. Stand will become standing. Okay, the clown standing on his hands. Something is missing. What is missing? Helping verb. Is, am, are. What will you use, students? The clown are standing, the clown is standing, or the clown am standing. Now if you refer to one clown, it becomes is. The clown is standing on his hands. So is the correct helping verb here. The clown is standing on his hands. So students, now the last two answers I will keep it for you to do it in the homework. So this much you will do in the homework, at least two you can try to solve it, isn't it so? So now let us jump on to the next chapter. Before that, I hope that you have done this chapter exercise with me, and I also hope that you will send in the homework these two answers done to your follow-up teachers. Now my dear students, as you can see on your screen, past continuous tense, which is chapter number 10. Please open it. Past continuous tense, which is chapter number 10. So chapter number 9 we have solved now. Now we are going to solve chapter number 10, past continuous tense, which is as easy as present continuous tense was. And now the page number is 35 in your new grammar textbook. So I hope that you are ready with your books, and I hope that you are excited to understand now what is past continuous tense. Here I should say, if you have understood present continuous tense, this is easier than that. Let me just give you one hint. In the present continuous tense, you had to select is, am, are, any one option. But here you will have only two options, was or were. Any one out of these two you will have to select here in this chapter. And as it is continuous, so every verb will be in ing form. Let us have a look in the warm up exercise. You will get the brief idea about what am I speaking. Look at the pictures, read the sentences. Gia was cleaning the cupboard in the morning. I was reading a book last evening. They were laughing at the clown. The twins were eating watermelon. Sarah was sleeping at 8 p.m. I was cooking lunch at 1 p.m. Have you noticed something here when I was reading the sentences? Was or were. Only two helping verbs are used before the verbs. There is no third choice here. Either you can use was or you can use were. W-E-R-E is called were, not were. W-H-E-R-E is were, but here W-E-R-E should be read like this only, were. So my dear students, to understand that in detail, I'd like to give you one formula. So please make sure you have to write this formula in your book, in your rough book or in your textbook, in whichever book you want. Before writing the formula, let me just read the box and explain it to you in detail. The highlighted verbs talk about the things that were happening at the certain moment in the past. So that thing or that activity is not happening now. That was happening somewhere in the past, somewhere before, not today, somewhere before today or yesterday or somewhere in the past time. So if you are talking about the activity in the continuous form, if it was happening in the past time, then that sentence is called in the past continuous tense. Now let me give you one formula which will make your work easier to form any sentence in the past continuous tense. I hope that you too will write the formula with me. First of all, write subject, then plus subject plus was or were So students, you will have to write in the same way I am writing, and then I will explain you the formula, also will give you the extra time to write it down. Plus verb plus ing and lastly plus object. So this is the formula: subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing plus object. So subject means in the starting what do you write? He, she, it, name, whatever you write, you, they. So this all comes in the subject part. Object means on which thing the action is happening, on which thing is the verb happening. Now say for an example, I was reading a book last evening. Here I is subject, was is the helping verb here, reading is verb plus ing, whereas object is book. So my dear students, please write this formula which I have written: subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing plus object. I will repeat again: I was reading a book last evening. Here I is subject, was is used as the helping verb, we can use any one, was or were, plus reading, reading is read plus ing, verb plus ing, reading plus object, that is book. On book the action is happening. No, what are you reading? You are reading book. So book is object. So this way the sentence formation is there for past continuous tense. Now you will say that, sir, here was is used, here were is used. So where should we use was and where should we use were? So let me tell you, students, whenever there is singular noun, that means one person, at that time we will use was. He was doing that, she was doing that, Rohan was eating the food. So whenever we are talking about one person or singular noun, then we will use was. But if in the subject part plural noun is mentioned, they, we, so at that time we will use were. We cannot say they was eating dinner, no, they were having their dinner. So always with they and we use were. Even if we mention more than two names, for example, Rohan and Sohan were eating, here two names are there, so we will not use was, as it is used only for singular. You will get more idea once we will solve it. I hope that you are writing the formula: subject plus was or were plus verb plus ing plus object. Now if you have written that, one more thing you will have to write it down. I hope that you will write it: was, and here I will write were. So now here near the was I will write singular, because was is used with the singular. And here I will write plural. I hope students you are also writing it. Was is used when the subject is singular, were is used when the subject is plural. Please write it down. These things, these small things plays the important role in understanding the past continuous tense. Tenses are very much famous for being hard topic in the grammar. But otherwise, if you take it stepwise, if you pay careful attention towards the lecture, nothing is as easier as the tenses topic is. So if I say any one name or he, she, it, then we use was. And if I say more than one name, or if I say you, or if I say they, at that time we will use were. You were writing exams last week. They were doing their homework before 1 week. We were enjoying the party last Sunday. So I hope that you have written these formulas. So my dear students, that's all for this lecture. Now today in this lecture we are not going to solve any exercise because this will become overdose for you. What do you have to do is, you will have to remember these two things, also this formula given in the lecture. I will insist you to watch one video lecture of the grammar at least 3 times, so that you will have the clear idea what do we do in the tenses, because tenses topic is very important till your 12th standard. So I hope you understand what the instructions are given in the lecture, and you will follow and obey all the instructions given in the group as well. With this, my dear students, thank you all of you for watching this lecture thoroughly, enjoying it and following the instruction. I hope you were watching it very carefully. Make sure you send your work, whatever you are writing, even 2 lines if you are writing, send it regularly to your follow-up teachers. Have a nice day. Take care of your health. Goodbye.